Israelita sa bundok ng Sinai. Exodus 19 verses 1 to 25. Ang mga Israelita ay nakarating sa ilang ng Sinai noong unang araw ng ikatlong buwan buhat nang umalis sila sa Ehipto. Mula sa Rephidim, nagpatuloy sila sa ilang ng Sinai at nagkampo sa tapat ng bundok. Si Moises naman ay umakyat sa bundok upang makipag-usap sa Diyos. Sinabi sa kanya ni Yahweh, "Ito ang sabihin mo sa angkan ni Jacob, sa mga Israelita. Nakita ninyo ang ginawa ko sa mga Ehipsyo. Nakita rin ninyo kung paanong dinala ko kayo tulad ng isang agilang nagdala sa kanyang mga inakay. Kung susundin ninyo ako at magiging tapat kayo sa ating kasunduan, kayo ay magiging bayang hinirang. Ang buong daigdig ay akin, ngunit kayo'y aking itatangi. Kaya gagawin kong isang kaharian ng mga pare at isang bansang banal." Iyan ang sabihin mo sa mga Israelita. Kaya tinipo ni Moises ang pinuno ng Israel at sinabi ang lahat ng iniuutos sa kanya ni Yahweh. Sila namay sabay-sabay na sumagot, "Susundin namin ang lahat ng iniutos ni Yahweh." Si Moises ay nagbalik kay Yahweh at sinabi ang tugon ng mga tao. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, "Magsasalita ako sa inyo mula sa makapal na ulap upang marinig ng mga tao at nang sila'y maniwala sa iyo habang panahon." At sinabi ni Moises kay Yahweh ang pasya ng mga tao. Sinabi ni Yahweh kay Moises, "Sabihin mo sa mga tao na ihanda nila ang kanilang sarili mula sa araw na ito hanggang bukas. Kailangang labhan nila ang kanilang mga damit at humanda sa makalawa, sapagkat akong si Yahweh ay bababa sa bundok ng Sinai para makita ng mga tao. Lagyan mo ng hangganan ng paligid ng bundok at sabihin mo sa kanilang huwag aakyat ng bundok, ni hahawak ng anumang nasa loob ng hangganan. Sino mang gumawa nito ay papatayin sa pamamagitan ng bato o sibat, maging tao man o hayop. At sino mang patayin sa ganitong dahilan ay huwag ding hahawakan. Kapag narinig na ninyo ang mahabang tunog ng trompeta, saka pa lamang kayo makakaakyat sa bundok." Mula sa bundok, bumaba si Moises at pinaghanda ang mga tao upang sumamba, at nilinis nila ang kanilang mga damit. Sinabi sa kanila ni Moises, "Humanda kayo sa ikatlong araw at huwag muna kayong magsisiping." Kinaumagahan ng ikatlong araw ay kumulog at kumidlat. Ang bundok ay nabalot ng makapal na ulap at narinig ang isang malakas na tunog ng trompeta. Nanginig sa takot ang lahat ng tao sa kampo. Pinangunahan ni Moises ang mga tao papunta sa paanan ng bundok upang humarap sa Diyos. Ang bundok ng Sinai ay nababalot ng usok sapagkat bumaba si Yahweh sa anyo ng apoy. Tumaas ang usok tulad ng usok ng isang pugon at nayanig ang bundok. Palakas ng palakas ang tunog ng tambuling. Nagsalita si Moises at sumagot sa kaniya ang Diyos sa pamamagitan ng kulog. Bumaba si Yahweh sa tuktok ng bundok ng Sinai at pinaakyat niya roon si Moises. Sinabi niya, "Bumaba ka at sabihin mo sa mga tao na huwag lalampas ng hangganan upang makita ako, sapagkat marami ang mamamatay. Pati ang mga paring lalapit sa akin ay kailangang maglinis ng kanilang sarili. Kung hindi, paparusahan ko sila." Sinabi ni Moises kay Yahweh, "Hindi po aakyat dito ang mga tao sapagkat pinalagyan na ninyo ng hangganan ang paligid ng bundok at itinuturing naming banal ang nakapaloob doon." Sinabi ni Yahweh, "Bumaba ka at isama mo rito si Aaron. Ang mga pare at ang mga tao ay huwag mong palalampasin sa hangganan. Sino mang lumampas ay paparusahan ko." Bumaba nga si Moises at sinabi ito sa mga tao. At Mount Sinai. Exodus 19, 1 to 25. On the first day of the third month after the Israelites left Egypt, on that very day, they came to the desert of Sinai. After they set out from Rephidim, they entered the desert of Sinai, and Israel camped them in the desert in front of the mountain. Then Moses went up to God, and the Lord called him from the mountain and said, "This is what you are to say to the descendants of Jacob, and what you are to tell the people of Israel. You yourselves have seen what I have done to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to yourself. Now if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Although the whole earth is mine, you will be for me kingdom of the priests and a holy nation. These are the words you are to speak to the Israelites." So Moses went back and summoned the elders of the people and set before them all the words the Lord had commanded him to speak. Then people all responded together, "We will do everything the Lord had said." So Moses brought their answer back to the Lord. The Lord said to Moses, "I am going to come to you in the dense cloud, so that the people will hear me speaking with you and will always put their trust in me." Then Moses told the Lord what the people had said. And the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow. Have them wash their clothes and be ready by the third day, because on that day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. Put limits for the people around the mountain and tell them, be careful that you do not approach the mountain or touch the foot of it. Whoever touches the mountain is to be put to death. They are to be stoned or shot with arrows. not a hand is to be laid on them. No person or animal shall be permitted to live. Only when the ram's horn sounds a long blast may they approach the mountain. After Moses had gone down the mountain in the people, he consecrated them, and they washed their clothes. Then he said to the people, "Prepare yourselves for the third day. Abstain from sexual relations." On the morning of third day, there was thunder and lightning, with a thick cloud over the mountain, and a very loud trumpet blast. Everyone in the camp trembled. Then Moses led the people out of the camp to meet with God. And they stood at the foot of the mountain. Mount Sinai was covered with smoke, because the Lord descended on it in fire. The smoke billowed up from it like smoke from a furnace, and the whole mountain trembled violently. As the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and voice God answered him. The Lord descended to the top of the mountain of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. So Moses went up, and the Lord said to him, "Go down and warn the people so they do not force their way through the sea. The Lord and many of them will perish. Even the priests who approach the Lord must consecrate themselves, or the Lord will break out against them." Moses said to the Lord, "The people cannot come up Mount Sinai, because you yourself warned us. Put limits around the mountain and set it apart as holy." The Lord replied, "Go down and bring Aaron up with you. But the priest and the people must not force their way through the camp to come up to the Lord, or he will break out against them." So Moses went down to the people and told them,